It's called Smallville for a reason. It's really about this small town in Kansas and the strange things that have occurred since this meteor shower hit 12 years ago. And that's the new element to the actual mythology of Superman that we've added, is that when Clark arrived in Smallville, he brought with him this meteor shower of kryptonite. And the kryptonite has affected the town in very strange and weird ways.
He must have parents.
Well, if he does, they're definitely not from Kansas.
What are we gonna tell people? We found him out in a field?
We didn't find him. He found us.
What are the ingredients that made Superman Superman? The great thing about this, about Smallville, is that it's not anything like people expect it to be. It's as much about a teenager coming of age realizing that he is Superman as it is about parents realizing that they have a child with superpowers.
Your real parents weren't exactly from around here.
I think this is one of the first times that the powers, the Superman side of Clark Kent takes second stage. And it's really his human aspects and what he deals with on a human level that's really the forefront of what he goes through.
Is this normal? Clark! I'd give anything to be normal.
The cool thing about Lex and Clark is you know where these characters end up. This show is about the journey of how they get there. Clark Kent and Lex Luthor. I like the sound of that.
Our new take on it was Lex and Clark are very good friends, and in Smallville they start out as great friends.
We are the future, Clark, and I don't want anything to stand in the way of our friendship.
He was a good guy in the beginning. He's just trying to fit in, trying to do what's right, trying to make friends, and having the last name Luthor, it's kind of a problem for him.
Clark Kent can't get within 5 feet of Lana Lang without turning into a total freak show.
There's a character, Lana, on the show, Clark's love interest, who, as much as he loves her and wants her to be a part of his life, it probably won't ever happen because she may or may not be able to handle this information about who Clark actually is. Wish I could explain, but I can't.
Story of your life.
Every person in the world can relate to a storyline about finding out who you are.
What makes Smallville for me different from any Superman you've ever seen before is that you really feel for Clark Kent. He's not just a person, a goody two-shoes, earnest, but you actually understand what he's doing and you feel for him. I think at the end of the episode, your heart will break for Clark Kent, which is something that you've never really felt before. You don't really feel his heartache. And here, I think you really will feel that actually he's a kid who's alienated from the rest of the world.
I think that somewhere inside of us all we believe that when push comes to shove, that good will win out over evil. Superman was born bulletproof, but what made him a good guy? Now, that's the question that we explore here.
Clark's family are very important in the storyline of Smallville. They're actually the foundation that Clark goes back to when he needs guidance or needs help.
Maybe I should stop using my gifts.
Your gifts are who you are. You can't live in fear.
It's really exciting to be part of this show and part of the Superman legend.
Where am I?
I'm Clark Kent, and you're in Smallville.
It's so great because it has the whole sci-fi mix, but then it also has the love, and it has the troubled teen, and it has the family, and it has the, it's got everything.
The scale, the magnitude, the effects, the relationships, the emotions, the ups and downs of this poor kid's life are just going to be tremendous. And you're going to have to watch. You won't have a choice once you turn it on.
Smallville, only on Warner TV.